MBA in the very near future, then this is for you. For many MBA hopefuls, selecting the right school for them is a daunting task. They are both national and international schools who compete with each other for the competitive advantage. The Inaugural Africa MBA Indaba seeks to help MBA applicants. And Wright, the director of Africa MBA Indaba, joins us this morning in our studios. Eric, good morning to you and welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning to you, Plessa.
Thank you very much indeed for your time. Now, this is the first one of its kind, especially here in Africa. Why did you see the need to go about organizing such a summit?
We really saw a couple needs. One is to encourage more Africans to study for an MBA, both locally and internationally. And two, to bring individuals who have studied for the MBA, who may be living in different parts of the world, to come back to Africa. The MBA is a great degree to advance your career, and it's also a great foundation for entrepreneurs that are looking to build and grow businesses across Africa.
All right. But how is the interest, especially here in Africa, of people, going about acquiring their MBAs?
There's quite a bit of interest. I think one of the challenges is how do you fund the MBA, particularly if you want to do it overseas. It can be very expensive. And oftentimes people will advise if you do an MBA overseas, and it makes sense to probably stay there for 3 or 4 years to begin to pay back any debt you may have incurred. But at the top schools overseas, you can earn quite a bit. Many of the schools, this average starting salary is about 2 to 2.5 million rands per year. So you can pay your debt back in a pretty short period of time.
But is it really advisable for them to stay overseas and stay there? Because of the cost incurred, like you're saying, is it really advisable, or we really need their expertise here?
We need their expertise here in Africa, but I think not getting the MBA overseas and then coming back immediately probably isn't the best strategy. I think it's good to get experience overseas as well, not just the education, and then bring that back to Africa. And I think that's the real advantage in being able to marry the expertise you get from overseas and use it in Africa.
But it is really costly. About 250,000 rand or more, depending on the institution of your choice. But how will the Indaba address the issue of funding?
So we have about 25 schools attending, both South African schools and schools such as Harvard, Stanford, Wharton, Yale, etc. And they'll be talking about bursaries for students that are looking for an MBA. So we will be addressing that as well.
Okay, so there will be bursaries.
Yes, absolutely.
But then how do people go about, acquiring more information on this issue?
So the schools will all have stands there, and they'll also be giving presentations on the process of getting an MBA, as well as talking about the different options for bursaries as well. So the individuals have a chance to talk to the schools about all the bursary opportunities, both locally and internationally.
All right. So have you invited all the institutions of higher learning here in South Africa, in the continent as well?
Yes.
And overseas, I believe?
Yes. There are about 25 in total that are attending.
All right. So how should someone approach the Indaba on the day? What should they do to be part of the Indaba?
I think on the day, they should try to meet as many people as possible. It's a big networking opportunity. There are about 500 people that have signed up. And I think the key takeaways will be the network you establish, as well as the takeaways from the seminars and the presentations that will be taking place.
But then is it for free? How do they go about becoming part of the Indaba? Do they need to pay a certain fee maybe?
Yes, it's about 700 rands for the 2 days and about half of that for 1 day, which can be signed up online. And we like to offer some free tickets to your listeners as well, so we'll do that.
All right. So how do they go about doing that?
They sign up at www.africambaindaba.com, and the promotional code is Morning Live.
All right. How many tickets are you offering?
We'll see. We'll see. We're almost sold out.
All right. It will just depend on the interest that they have.
Yes,
in the
absolutely.
issue.
Absolutely.
All right. So it starts on the 1st and the 2nd, ends on the 2nd of
August. 1st and 2nd of August at the Santon Convention Center.
All right. All right. No, Eric, thank you very much and good luck.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. There you have it. That's Wright, the director of Africa MBA Indaba, talking to us about the Indaba that's due to take place on the 1st and the 2nd of August. The website again?
www.africambaindaba.com.
All right, that's the website where you can go to if you're interested in taking part at the Indaba. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, it's time to check in with Tigalicious once again as to how things are looking on the weather desk.
Thank you so much, Palesa. So take a look at the satellite image, again indicating a bit of movement towards the northeastern parts of